like started to take a sip as it was going live, as I was waiting. Hi, you guys. Hello. Nala thinks I'm talking to her. She's getting very excited by my tone of voice. But no, I'm talking to you guys. Happy Wednesday. We are here. We are live for our weekly live stream in this group. I'll give you a few minutes to jump on with me. Hello, my loves. Those of you watching the replay, make sure to ask me whatever questions you have. Esther, hi, welcome. Ask me for feedback in the comments, either live or in the replay. This is your time to get direct channeled coaching from me, as close as it gets to working with me for real. So this is your opportunity. So I always, every weekly live stream, I'm going to share with you what's on my heart and on my mind today to inspire you. And then there's going to be ample time and space to answer questions and to offer coaching in what I'm teaching you that day or any other area of your life, specifically your business or anything you're wanting to manifest. So welcome. Hi, my loves. I just got back from a trip late on Monday night. Nice to see you live. You look beautiful. Thank you. I just did my lipstick and I'm like, I'm in love with this new shirt I got and I just realized they match. Always so fun to be femme. Red is my color. Red is my fave color if you haven't noticed. So I'm feeling really good about my little color situation. I was saying I just got back from seeing my best college friends, a couple of them. I was up in Sonoma County area in California. If you don't know what Sonoma County is, it's a beautiful, beautiful part of California it's like a home away from home for me. I love it so much. So I just got back really late on Monday night, and then yesterday was like a decompression day, and today I'm back. So I feel like I just feel like it's been a long time, but also like yesterday that it was last Wednesday, so that I was in here. Anyway, so I'm like recalibrating after, falling out of my routine and stuff, but it was super fun. And I'm feeling so full in terms of like just getting my needs met, being around girlfriends. There's very few things there's nothing like being around your best girlfriends, right? It just serves you, right? On every level. So I'm feeling very full in that way, but also playing catch up with life and business things. So I'm that's my long-winded story for why I'm so excited to be here and connecting with you guys. I feel like I haven't connected with you guys in a while, even though I was in here last week, but we're here and yay, love the hearts. Esther, I'm so happy you're live with me. And what I want to share with you today is inspired by a coaching call I just had with one of my beloved clients, and all of my clients are beloved, so that was like redundant, but she inspired me because she was asking about, a lot of women come to me from this background that I think we all have in common, where the way we were taught to be successful is solely through using our masculine energy. And so she was saying, I was taught to make a to-do list. Like I felt in control and I felt empowered by this only way that I was taught, which was when I have a goal, I sit down and make a to-do list, and then I just check things off my to-do list and I just go take those action steps. But she was saying, I realized that's not the full picture. In working with me and in doing, her spiritual work that she's been doing, she's like, I know there's more. So she was asking me, what's the balance? Because she sees both sides, and she was having a hard time placing, okay, where's the balance between talking about being the energy of your desires, which is what I teach, and clearing the limiting beliefs, clearing any of the blocks we have within us to receiving what it is we want. She's like, what are my steps? Like, what if you could break it down into steps, where does the to-do list and taking action fall into place? Like, where's that balance? And so, because she believes in the spirituality, she believes in talking about, there's a fuzzy. I have this new blanket and it will not stop shedding. It's like a super fuzzy blanket, but it won't stop shedding. So it's like kind of a bummer, but if I don't touch it very much, it won't shed. So it's just mostly for decoration. But I want to touch it and then I just get covered in white fuzz. So I'll think twice before I buy my next fuzzy blanket. But yeah, she just really resonates with the spiritual side that I talk about all the time. You have to do the inner work first, right? So she believes all of that, but she's like, she's grappling with, how do you do it all? What's the balance here? So I was like, that's a great question. I'm going to do a training on that. And voila, an hour later, here we are. Or 2 hours later, here we are. So I teach this all the time, and I've said it in so many different ways, but I want to say it again. And it's always helpful to hear these things over and over, and it's helpful to hear them in different ways. And so what I told her, in relationship to, we were talking about getting her new clients, getting her one-on-one clients. And in relationship to that, I'll give you just the example that I gave her, which was, number one, you want to be clear, crystal clear on your desire. We can't go anywhere, we can't do anything until we're clear on the desire. So let's say the desire is 6 private clients, right, in your business if you're a coach. But apply this to whatever other things you're working on in your life. Not everyone here has their own business yet, although I know everyone here wants to. If you don't have one yet, most of you already have a business. So, but you can apply this to anything. This is just the way that I like to work, and this is the way it makes sense to me, because at the end of the day, we need both. We need the feminine energy and we need the masculine energy. These are just the labels we put on these two dynamic polarities that are the energies of the entire universe. There's the daytime, there's the nighttime, there's the sun, there's the moon, there's summer, there's winter. There is the inhale, there's the exhale. Feminine and masculine is just, the words that I think are, that make the most sense, but try to see beneath that there's just these two polarities, and we need a balance. And in our patriarchal society, we've only been taught the masculine values, the masculine approach to creating success, which if you identify as very masculine, that will work for you probably very well, and that will be easy for you. But if you don't identify as being super masculine, then at the end of the day, something's not going to feel right. It's going to feel like something's missing, even if you don't have the language for it. So what I teach is for women who identify more with the feminine energy, or they're craving the feminine energy, and they're like, I'm ready for a new way. I'm ready for a more holistic approach. Oh, I can't wait to read this comment. I can feel it's a good one. I'm going to read it in a second. I work with those of you who are like, this model that I've been taught does not resonate with my system, with my energy, with my body, with what I need as a woman. Not all women are going to resonate with that, but those of you who do are the ones that find me, right? You guys all find me. This shirt is like fully showing my bra. Thankfully, this is an all women's space. But sorry if I've been flashing you this whole time. It's completely open here. I need to get a bobby pin, or not a bobby pin, safety pin. So funny, right? Speaking of feminine energy, let me just flash to you this whole time. Oh, it's fine. You probably didn't even see. But what I was saying was, that's what this client, she resonates. She's like, I love my masculine energy. I love that kind of get shit done energy. I resonate with it, but I know that it can only take me so far. And that's what I feel a lot of us are finally getting, is unless we identify as super, super masculine in our energy, eventually we're going to experience a cap. We're going to hit our upper limit. Flashing is okay. You're beautiful. Thank you, Esther. At a certain point, we're going to hit an upper limit because we're not accessing a deeper truth that's also there. So the deeper truth that's also there is what I'm going to express. So number one, you have to be clear on your desire. But number two, you have to see if there are any parts of you that are in discord with that desire. So if there's any dissonance in your energy, if there's any, I'm using these fancy words, but what I mean is, if you want 6 private clients, but you don't feel worthy of them, or you don't feel like anyone can afford that thing that you're selling, or if you feel like maybe I can't actually help them, or you feel like, who am I to charge this? Maybe my ideal clients don't exist. How am I going to even I don't believe I can even find these clients. I don't believe that I can do what I really want to do in the world. I feel like it has to all be difficult in order for me to make money. Like all of that, those subconscious beliefs, some of them are subconscious, but those beliefs that are actually deep, deep, deep in your psyche, if they're not brought to the surface, so we're talking about the unseen part of this process. The unseen is really, we identify that with the feminine energy, right? It's not tangible. You can't see it, but it's there, right? And it needs to be addressed. So at least that's what I believe. Like, you can't receive something you don't feel you can have. You can't receive something you don't actually full-heartedly want. So this is step 2. We don't go make our to-do list. We don't go take action until we do the inner work. The inner work would represent the feminine part of us, right? The outer work would represent the masculine. So the outer work would be write the to-do list and go do the things on the to-do list. So before we get there, we need to do clarity. We need to find clarity on what do I actually want. Number 2, do I actually want this on every single level? Where do I have limiting beliefs? Where do I not actually fully want it? Because the universe won't bring me something I don't fully want, right? And then so after you clear those limiting beliefs and you up level, so you up level into where there's nothing in you that is contradicting the desire. That's what the inner work is for. There's nothing in you that is like, yes, I want it, but, because the universe will respect that but that's in your energy, right? The withholding that you might be having towards letting yourself have it. So that's a key step. We can't go reach out to potential clients. We can't write a really awesome post that's actually gonna impact people until we do that part. Okay. Then the third step is you have to, so this is very, very, very feminine. Again, it's like, if anyone has better words to describe these things other than masculine and feminine, please tell me, because I use that, but we're all of it. Anyways, and it's like, whatever resonates with you, do it that way. But anyways, the feminine piece is around energy and embodiment versus the masculine piece is around taking action and doing. The feminine is being. So this third step is all about the being, right? I'm teaching you how I manifest, okay, in case you're jumping on later. Hi, Rena, I can't wait to, or Reina, I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I can't wait to read your comment in a second. I'm gonna catch up in a second. So the third step is about, you have to be the energy of already having what you want before it's here. This is if you want to easily attract your desires and not have to go chase and conquer and go get them. If you identify with going out and chasing and getting them and you love that masculine energy, then don't listen to this, right? But if you want to experience your desires coming to you and saving yourself a lot of energy and not having to go do as much, but actually be more, right? Or even have it be more 50-50 where you're being just as much as you're doing, and it's not all coming, your results don't all come from the doing, right? If you want that, this is it. So this third piece is, if you want to have 6 new clients, or you want to start making $10,000 a month in your business, for example, whatever your goal is, you have to become the energy of having it already before you go do your to-do list, before you go make a to-do list even. Because the energy of having $5,000 months or $10,000 months, let's say $5,000 months is your first goal in your business. Whatever it is, just whatever your goal is, replace what I'm saying. I'm just giving you examples. Whatever your desire is up here. It's this high vibe energy. If you're embodying the energy of something less than that, right? Not as high of a vibe of that, and your energy's down here, you can't actually access the how or the steps you need to take to reach this level. You have to put yourself at this level of your desire. The desire being 6 private clients or $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month. You put yourself in energetic alignment with the desire that you have. So you become the energy of what it feels like. What does it feel like to already have those clients? What does it feel like to know and believe and feel like you already have what you want? That when you do that, when you embody that feeling, now you've put yourself at the same energy level as your desires. That means now, the way this universe is wired and works, you have access to the steps you need to take to actually create that in the 3-dimensional realm. So in actual reality. Because you have put your energy in alignment with having it. Now you have mental access to, or intuitive mental access to what you might need to do next, then this is where we get to the actual doing part. You can't get to the doing, you can't get to making a to-do list that's actually going to work for you, that's actually going to create results, unless you're in the energy of up here, equivalent to your desires. Sometimes when I describe this, I feel like I'm making it more complicated, but I'm just trying to like break it down into practical, tangible steps for you. So hopefully I'm making it more simple than complicated. Please ask me all your questions. I'm going to get to it in a second, to your questions in a second. So yeah, I see your hearts. Yay! So you can't get to your to-do list. You can't take the right action steps. Your action steps will not create the results you want unless you're writing that to-do list from the energy of already having what you want. So, are we taught this? No, this is what we're not taught, right? In our hyper masculine society, we're taught only the masculine part, which is do, go conquer. And of course, we all have that energy in us, and that's a badass energy. Yeah, of course you need to do some things, and you do get to conquer. Like you get to be the hunter, right? The huntress. But that's not the whole picture. And what I find, and where I found myself, was women who, a lot of us who are just in that conquering energy and only that conquering energy, find ourselves in a rut. Either we become super dissatisfied, we have the material success, but we're super empty and dissatisfied, and we're like, wait a second, why am I not happy? I thought this was going to make me happy. Or we literally can never get to the success we want and we're unhappy. Those are like the two scenarios I see people get stuck in when we don't do these other steps, because the other steps make it easier, right? So then after you become the energy of having it, from that place, you're going to feel really, really good. You're going to feel like you already are the 5K a month earner or the 10K a month earner. You're going to feel like you already have those clients. And then you sit and you ask yourself, you know, what do I feel called to do today to move the needle, to move me forward? You write your to-do list from that place. It comes from an intuitive place. And you might also come from a practical place of, okay, if I want one-on-one clients, one strategy is getting people on the phone, getting the right people who are potential clients on the phone with me so I can see if we're connected, if I can work with them, and if it's the right fit, and then I make them the offer, right? That would be like a very practical thing that makes sense to do. But if you're not in the energy of already being that desire, you're going to reach out to the wrong people, or you'll reach out to the right person, but they'll feel that your energy is off and they won't be able to actually sign up. There'll be a block within them that's like, for some reason, I don't have the money, or this doesn't feel like the right time for me. I really love what you do. I really love your offer, but it doesn't feel right in this moment, right? And not to say that that's not okay for that. Sometimes we can do everything right and someone still has that response, and that's fine. They're not a fit. It's not for them. But often it's like you won't be able to enroll anybody. You won't be able to sell anything if you don't do these alignment steps. Do you guys feel me? So the doing and the action really is like the fourth step. It's like way, way, way later. And then it's kind of like a flow throughout the day. You're doing you're doing the mindset work and you're doing the energy work and you're taking action, and they kind of all flow together. But if it were to be the beginning of a project for you, that's the exact flow I would take you through. It's like step by step, do these things in this order. And then once you're in the flow, like on a daily basis, I'll check in with myself and I'll say, have any limiting beliefs come up? Like, am I feeling like any kind of distracting limiting beliefs come up as I'm taking action? Then I'll pause on taking action towards my goals until I get back into alignment. So after you understand these steps, then they kind of flow back and forth, and you just have to realize that anytime you're taking action when you're not in alignment, those actions aren't going to work very well for you. You're not going to get the result you want. It has to be both. You have to be in alignment and take action from there. So after you really start to get this and master it, it's a dance. It's a constant dance of coming back into alignment, doing whatever you need to do to embody the energy of already having it, doing whatever you need to do to get your mind right, And then reaching out to clients, writing a post online, you know, doing what all the action steps from that place. Okay, now that I said what I wanted to say, I'm going to read all these comments. They look amazing. Okay, Esther says, yes, I just came back to Moscow. The entire city felt, or you just came back from Moscow. The entire city felt so masculine. I came back so tired and drained, but being there, I got a lot more done than I expected, solely by attracting the right people in feminine, I think. Yeah, it's like they're so tired. They're married. The feminine and the masculine energy is, there's a union there's meant to be a union. So it absolutely is both, but you can feel when you're either too far in one direction or too far in the other, things don't work very well for us. Yay, I love that. It sounds like you found balance. Is that right, Esther? Okay, Raina says, when you try to force outcomes or to make people rush and be faster than they can in terms of work procedures, what kind of energy are you in? I would say it's a hyper masculine, so an unhealthy masculine energy would be rushing people. Think about in sex. If you feel if the person who identifies more with the feminine energy feels rushed, she's not going to be able to, he or she, right? This isn't really about gender, but in this space, all of you are women, so we're going to say she. So she is not going to be able to go deeply into her pleasure if she feels rushed. The feminine needs to have space to flow and to go deeper and to unravel, right? So I think the out of balance masculine energy would be forcing and rushing people. I don't know. It's like sometimes you don't need to put a label on it. It's just obviously to be in the energy of forcing and controlling that energy is always gonna repel what we actually want. So it's like just noticing if it's in alignment or out of alignment, the energy that we're being in. Does that make sense? Okay, Esther says, this is so good. My butt was, I don't like the way I feel doing it. It feels masculine. I don't like feeling like that. So happy to find that there's a different path. None of my big results have come from pushing. They've all come from ease and alignment. Exactly, Esther. I feel the exact same way. It's like my lesson in this life is surrender. I can get so attached, so clingy, so focused, not in a healthy way, that it's like things don't work for me when I'm in that energy, ever. And I think someone who identifies as masculine, who's in their healthy masculine energy, it's like they don't have that problem per se. It's like, it's different. It's not even, when you're in that controlling, forcing energy, it's not actually it's not healthy masculine energy. It's like unhealthy masculine energy. I don't know how to explain it. So I think I have that problem because I've been taught that that's the way I'm supposed to be, but it's not true for me. So that's why it doesn't work for me. Does that make sense? It's not my essence. Like, my power doesn't come from me forcing and controlling. It just doesn't. It doesn't come from me pushing. It comes from me surrendering. That's just my essence. My power comes from when I let go and when I'm flowing. So it's cool that you resonate with that too. Okay, Raina says, for me, a belief is that I can't make money creating something I love. For example, publishing my poetry because I don't have an entrepreneurial mindset. I can only make money working for somebody else or finding security in the public sector. Yeah, so that's a big limiting belief because it's not true, right? Anyone who wants to make money on their own can, is the truth. So I give you permission with my magic wand. I give you permission. I anoint you to go do that. Go pursue that if you want. It doesn't mean you leave your job right away. That's never what we have to do. We can, but I wouldn't really suggest it. So you can do both. I was talking to someone today who loves her job and she loves her business, and they both serve her. For me, I never, ever, ever, ever felt good working for someone else. It just wasn't, it's not who I am. So it's like all of this work, I feel like the underlying, even beneath this feminine and masculine kind of energy dance, underneath that, it's find what your essence is and trust it. So there's a reason you want to publish your poetry. It's a part of you. you know, and it's not to say that having a job isn't also supportive to you and who you are and how you think and how you work. You can do both. It's about finding what's true for you. It was not true for me to work for anyone else. That was a huge energy drain for me. It was a huge distraction from what I am meant to do. And I had to find that inside of myself. So Raina, I think maybe at some point you'll leave your job is what I'm getting intuitively, but if that doesn't feel right now, that's totally fine. And you can make money doing anything you want to do. Who's to say you can't? It's a lie to say for sure I can't make money doing something I love. We've just been taught that we have to make money doing things we hate, but it's not true. I'm proof. Lots of people here are proof. A lot of people watching this right now are proof that you can make money doing what you love. Yes, exactly. Men and masculine also have ease. Yeah, it's like find your essence. Find your essence, and maybe you're like straight in the middle. You feel 50-50, like you really identify with the masculine energy and you really identify with the feminine. Awesome. Lean into your essence, because we all have both energies. I think just to what degree we have it is it's unique to all of us. So find your essence, and I can help you do that too. You know, I feel like that's a huge part of my gift, is I can feel where people are out of alignment. So if my essence is feminine and I'm forcing myself to be and operate in a super masculine way, I'm not going to reach my highest potential in anything I ever want to do. And that makes me want to cry. So many of us, because we're living in a super masculine place, almost everyone is out of balance, right? Our whole world is out of balance. So it's like, I'm here to give you permission to incorporate the feminine energy where there's a lacking of it, because all of us could use a dose. All of us could use a dose of feminine permission, because it's the other piece of the puzzle that's missing. So find your essence. So Raina, find your essence. Be honest with yourself. If you're craving to do something else in your life, give yourself permission to do it. Doesn't mean you have to only do that, but give yourself permission, because there's a part of you that wants to come alive that you're maybe not letting because you have these limiting beliefs about it. Don't even do it for the money necessarily. Do it because it's art that wants to come through you. My business the work I do is an art. It's an expression that wants to come through me. I get to make money doing it, but I'm not doing it to make money. That's a big thing that helps us get clarity too, is like take money out of it for a second and feel into like, what does my expression look like? What is my essence in the world? And notice everywhere you've been taught that your essence isn't right and that there isn't space for you. Like, I can't make money publishing my poetry. Like, that's a belief that's not even yours. That was given to you by the culture we live in. That's given to you by the dominant world culture, right? So, I mean, that's a massive one. Anything artistic, anything entrepreneurial and artistic is like, we're given like such a thumbs down from our parents, from our culture, from all of society. And look at all the companies that run this world were started by one person, or like two people who worked together who were told that they were crazy, who were told you can never make money doing that. Like, think about Apple, think about Amazon, think about all these companies that started out by someone with one who was told they were crazy, you know, who didn't fit into the norm, right? Raina says, oh, that's such a goddess response. I love it. At this point, I'm drawn to pursuing voluntary work and working with communities and people in their inner journey, but I don't know how to make this a financially sustainable choice. Let's get on the phone together. I would love to offer like a discovery session with you to support you in that, because that's really my magic, is helping people get clear on why they're here. Like, what is their truest self-expression? And I can feel that this is something that wants to come through you. So I would love to hold space for you. So why don't you send me a message after this and we can book a call together. I'm calling it my intuitive strategy session. So I'm offering a handful of those right now, so complimentary, for people who I think are a fit, and I feel that you might be a fit for this. So message me and we can do a call together, and I'd love to hold space for you to discover what that looks like, because it's really hard to take the first step when we don't see we don't even see how we could make money doing it. It's like we hold ourselves back. And so if we can blow up that limiting belief for you, because that's all this is you're bumping up against a really deep limiting belief right now. If we can blow that up, then you will feel free to move forward in this. And it's like, if we don't do that for ourselves, we're going to die with regret. And I don't want anyone to die with regrets. I don't want to die with regrets. I don't want you guys to either, where it's like there was an inspiration inside of you that you just never gave yourself permission to follow. That, I think, is the saddest thing ever. I think that true wealth and freedom is not even really about money. Money is a part of it, but it's that we gave ourselves permission to fully live. That's what wealth is to me. That you gave yourself permission to actually pursue where your heart was guiding you to go. Your heart's guiding you to go here, and if there's a huge belief in the way, like, how am I going to make money? How am I going to support myself? It's like you won't even let yourself do it, right? So the long story short is there absolutely is a way to support yourself in doing whatever you feel called to do. You would not be called to a certain path, a certain life path, if you weren't able to support yourself in it. That's a deep belief of mine. That's a super deep belief. Like, and part of I've had to kind of create that belief. I didn't always believe it, but I really do now. Like, I wouldn't be called to help people in the way I'm called to, because the universe, I feel like I was born to do this work. Why would the universe tell me to do this work, but not also provide for me so that I could go do the work, right? So this is like this is a heart-centered desire that you have to serve, and the universe, God, source, whatever you believe in, wants to financially support you so you can go do it. You wouldn't have the desire if you weren't meant to go do it. How does that feel? I can feel things shifting in you. This is super exciting. So I can't wait to support you. So let's definitely, if you don't message me, I'll message you. Hi, Michelle. Welcome. Welcome, Brittany. Welcome, Akshaya. So happy to see you all here. So Raina, tell me in the comments, how is this resonating with you? And anyone else who has questions, now would be the time. It's like, we don't have to make money doing every single thing we want to do, but we get to make money and do everything we want to do. That's like kind of my answer. So like, if you want to volunteer and help people and not make that a part of your business, that's totally fine. We get to give back also. We don't have to make everything be a part of our business, but I can tell that you do want to make money helping people. I can tell that that's a part of you, and you want to make money being creative. That's what I help women do. So you're in the right place. If any of you are in that boat, reach out to me and let's talk deeper. Let's talk further, because it's like my mission is to help every single woman, like every single female leader, actually be a leader, right? Because these limiting beliefs keep us from our fullest potential. They keep us from giving back in the way that I think we were born to give back, born to serve. Ooh, born to serve. That would be a good, this is how my creativity happens. Born to serve would be a really good title for like a free training or like a course or something. It resonates so much, but it's so scary. Haha, it will take me years to reach this point externally. No, it doesn't. We'll clarify what you mean, but it sounds like you're saying, so I'm happy it resonates. And it's totally normal that it's scary. It should be scary. Otherwise, it wouldn't be real if it wasn't scary. You know, like the fear is a sign that you're on the brink of huge growth. So it's good that you're scared. But the part where you said, it will take me years to reach this point externally, is not true. Unless you want it to be true. You could make money like in the next 30 days doing something that you love in a new way than you've ever made money before. That's the truth, if you want it to be. Like in the next month, you could create something and sell it. Welcome to the world of possibility. Okay, I love this question. Okay, Esther says, What is your opinion on the feminine energy when you have to lead a lot of people, effective and with a deadline? I am a theater director, have always had issues with working with male actors, members of the team, etc., etc. I was so much in my masculine, but manifested lack in a lot of areas, sex also. Okay, I don't understand every single part of this, but I'm going to try to answer what I think you're asking. So I understand the first part where you said, what's your opinion on like being in the feminine energy when you're in a leadership role, especially with deadlines and stuff? It's like deadlines are a part of life. Leading people is a part of life. Like when you're living a big life, you're going to be probably in a position of leadership. So it's like, for me, I let myself be in my feminine as much as I want to, and I don't have the limiting belief that like things won't get done or I won't meet this deadline. It's like, what if you believed you could meet a deadline by leading from your feminine? So leading from your feminine is just letting yourself be magnetic, right? Letting your energy do more of the work than your actions, right? So you can do both. You can lead people and you can be on time and all this stuff by embodying your feminine essence. It's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. So it's like, yes, being on time and having deadlines technically is a masculine energy thing, but you don't have to be super masculine to lead people into that. I don't think. I'm just rereading your question. You've always had issues with... Tell me more about the issues you've had with male actors, with those members of the team. What are those issues like, Esther? Yeah, it feels like you just get to give yourself permission to be in your essence. Like, I'm in my feminine essence, but I'm leading this right now and I'm coaching, so I'm kind of in the masculine, like I'm giving and I'm talking, which is kind of in the masculine. But like, I'm fully flowing and I'm being intuitive and I'm expressing, and it's like I'm not forcing myself to be in something that isn't me. So that's what I would say about that. Also, a huge part of the feminine energy is delegating. So if you're in a leadership role, it's like, what do you actually need to be doing? What's the one thing only you can do? That's your job. The other things that are on your plate that you don't actually need to be doing, that someone else could easily do for you, leading from the feminine is letting other people help you. Whereas the model that we've been taught is, hi Mags, she's hopping in a little bit late. That's all good. I'm so happy you're here. So leading from the feminine is like realizing that we're all connected and you don't have to do it alone. The masculine is very like single pointed focus and kind of wants to do it on their own, and it's like that independent kind of energy, whereas the feminine is like, I'm a queen and people get to help me, and I'm not going to base my worth off of being able to do this all by myself, which is really the mode we've been taught. Okay, Esther says, I felt I had to dominate them to play guy on guy competitive. Yeah, I didn't feel girly or sexy or beautiful. It felt so bad for me. Okay, cool. So if you identify with being feminine as your essence, then trying to lead men from the masculine is not going to work or feel good. So leading men, I mean, there's so many amazing books on this. The Queen's Code is a book that I think we should all read. I haven't read it yet. I've read parts and it's on my to-do list, but it's all about how to influence masculine men as a feminine woman. We don't dominate them. That makes them not want to listen, not want to cooperate. We inspire and we magnetize them, right? There are so many like energy things we can do when you're a feminine woman and you're in front of a masculine man. It's like, if we step into our masculine energy and try to control or like push or force them, they won't cooperate. But if we lean back and tell them, it's almost like the masculine wants to always serve the feminine. So if we let them know from our feminine grace place how they can serve us, like, if we can make a request from a man from a masculine man, from the place of, I would feel so provided for if you guys were on time. Like, or I would feel this, I would be able to blank, 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 like tell them the benefits of what their actions are going to do for you. It motivates them, because at the end of the day, I think all people just want to like be their best selves for us. They want to make us happy. But if we're not sharing with people how they make us happy and how they please us, then it's like we're just telling them what to do. It's very different. So what I've been taught is that, like, in my relationship, I motivate my husband to do things for me or to do things with me when I tell him how his actions are going to provide for me or serve for me, because the masculine energy is, okay, Esther gets it. She says, love it. The masculine energy is motivated by providing, protecting, serving. So you can totally lead masculine men from your feminine power. Absolutely. That's the long-winded. So by being the energy of what you want, they're already going to be influenced by you. And raising your standards for what you're available for and what you're not is going to instantly shift them. The masculine is always being impacted by our feminine magnetism. So if you are embodying the energy of higher standards, you don't even have to say anything, and they're going to start to shift, right? And if not, then they don't get to be in your space. It's like either they get to meet your level or they get to leave. And it's the same with dating. It's the same with clients. Like, you hold the energetic frequency of what you want to experience. That leading from the feminine would be doing what I'm saying. You embody what you're available for and what you're not. And you're going to get the response from people based on that. Like, people who are a match for you are going to rise to the occasion. People who are not worth your time and who are not a match for you are not going to be able to meet that standard, and they don't get to be in your space. Like, I don't work with just anyone for that exact reason. I can't help everyone. I can only help people who are going to meet me at the level I'm holding in terms of clients. Same with dating, same with being in a relationship with someone. Like, if they're not going to meet you at the level that you're holding, that's not going to be a very fruitful relationship. That's going to be nothing but a struggle. So then they're not a match for you. This conversation went in a really different direction than I was expecting, and I love it. How are you guys resonating? I was seeing your hearts, Esther. Love it. Rena, are you still here? I think she jumped off. Yay. Okay, any other questions, you guys? This is such a cool conversation. It's like, if you identify with the feminine energy, learn how to live in your feminine energy, and you'll get what you want so much easier and so much faster, right? Just learn how to use it. And you learn how to use it by finding people who get it, which is me. So, like, just learn from me, and it will, oh, this is juicy. Yeah, Mags gets it. She gets it. And it's fun. Play with it, right? So, like, for example, I get direct feedback from my husband around this exact thing. If I come to him from a place of gratitude and appreciation as I make a request, and I help him see how him meeting that request is going to serve me, I make it really clear that, oh my God, I would be so happy. I would feel so connected to you if we could go do this thing together this weekend, or if we could do this more often together, if we could I'd feel like, oh, thank you so much for thanking him for doing things I love. As I'm making a request, let him know how happy, how safe I would feel, how grateful I would feel if he would do that thing with me or that thing for me. It's like, it's coming from a place of gratitude and appreciation rather than coming from a place of trying to force him, control him, or make him feel bad, right? It's very basic, almost like psychology, right? Like, people don't want to do things if they feel like shit when you're asking them. So it's like, it's kind of, when you think about it, it's almost super simple, but it's not. Like, a masculine man hears differently than a feminine person. So we have to change our communication to understand who we're talking to, which is also a very psychology basic thing. But it's like, if we can understand that they're wired, a masculine man is wired in the sense of they want to serve, provide, and protect. If they're healthy, that's what they're wanting to do all the time, right? They want to make us happy. That's the truth. And so, but if we're coming at them from a place of complaining, judging, controlling, or forcing, they have no other option other than to kind of sink into their wounded masculine, which is not being able to provide, not being able to show up, not being able to make us safe. Yay, Mags says, so I'm trying to ground my energy after this move and get my business flowing again. I've been in such a masculine energy the last couple of weeks with decisions and moving and putting furniture together. Yeah. What's something I can do tonight to help? I love this question. She says, like, I can't stop smiling as I'm reading this because I love this question. What's something I can do tonight to help me get energetically feminine for my business? Manifesting for clients in the next 2 weeks. Amazing. Yay. So Mags is a client, and she's in my membership. So what I'm going to tell her, I wouldn't necessarily tell all of you, but you'll get it. So Mags, go into the files section and like listen to the feminine embodiment practices. Go there, go to the Kundalini videos, just see what resources you're called to in our membership, because that's what I created those things for, is this exact question. Like I created those things so that if you're finding yourself really in your head, really in a masculine place, you can instantly drop into your body, drop into your sensuality and your pleasure, which grounds you back into the feminine. So see if you're called to any of those things, but essentially whatever you can do to get in your body and out of your head is really the answer. Kundalini always, yeah, Kundalini is so magical. Exactly, same here. So also like do something that brings pleasure to your body, right? Like taking a hot bath, taking a shower, stretching, putting on music, dimming the lights, lighting candles. Get yourself into a pleasurable state, right? So use your senses to access pleasure in your body so you can make your space feel really nice. I know you just moved, so maybe that's not as available, but you can go take yourself out to a nice dinner. Like anything that's going to bring you pleasure is the gateway back into the feminine energy. Anything that's going to bring you pleasure is also going to get you in your body, and the body would be the feminine, and the mind and the thinking would be the masculine. So get into pleasure, get into your body, get into your senses. Do something that's going to get you into that flow state. So for me, like swimming laps, I'm going to go swimming later. Yay, I'm going to go swim laps. That's a perfect exercise for me to get out of my head and into my body. And then ideas, intuition, getting back into alignment with my desires is so easy from that place. So that's what I would do tonight. And then what I was saying earlier on, yay, I love the hearts. What I was saying earlier on in this training, which I know you hopped on later, but it was that a huge step, a vital step in our manifestation process is to be the energy of already having what we want. So that's like something we can do in an instant. At least we can work ourselves up to that. So even before you go do the things I'm telling you to do right now, you could just close your eyes and feel like you already have 4 clients. Feel those feelings of excitement, of like a breath of fresh air, of abundance. Like you can access that in any moment. So whatever you need to do to feel like you already have those 4 clients. So I'm going like that because I'm like, you're out of alignment over here and then you're bringing it back into alignment. So whatever you need to do to feel like you have 4 clients now. Why do you want those 4 clients? It's going to make you feel expressed. It's going to make you feel abundant. It's going to make you feel happy. It's going to make you feel fulfilled. So like embody the feelings of already having it now, and that's what unlocks the information. It allows you to have access. When you're in the energy of already having it, then you have access to what you actually need to do tomorrow or the next day to bring in those 4 clients. But we can't bring them in unless we're being the energy of having it. You can't receive something that you're not being, is really like the whole. It's like the summary of why we talk about the feminine energy. Being is a part of receiving what we want. If you're not being what it is you want, you can't receive it. So whatever you need to do, so everything else I told you about getting into your body, that's really just a way for you to be the energy of already having it, right? Sometimes we need like a bath and we need to go work out and we need to do a meditation. Sometimes we can flip into it in one instant by just closing your eyes and becoming the energy of having it. Or even not closing your eyes and becoming the energy of already having it. So there are many ways to do that, but that would be your next step, is get yourself into energetic alignment with already having it, right? Another way of doing that would be to make a gratitude list. Look for all the ways you already have a bunch of money. Look for all the ways you already have amazing clients. Yay, I love the hearts. Cool, it's making sense. Yeah, amazing. I love it. Yay! Okay, any final questions, you guys? This is really fun. You are the absolute best. Oh my God, thank you. You're the absolute best. I love you so much. Yay! I love my clients. I have the most amazing clients, and Mags is one of them. I just love them so much. Yay, the feeling is mutual. Nala wants to say hi. Nala, you say hi? Sorry, Oh, I messed up. It like was like, don't turn the phone is what Facebook just told me. I was trying to show you her. Nala, come here. I did a dog swap. She looks completely different because she got shaved. You look like a different dog. Yeah, she gets really matted, and then like twice a year we have to like shave all of her hair off. Which I try not to do, but it's fine. It's fine. She feels better. So I feel like that's all I have for you guys today, which is really good and really deep, so it's perfect. Any final thoughts? Any final questions? Thank you all for being here. This is so fun. Looking fresh, girls, what they say. That's what she says. Looking fresh. Oh, okay, guys. Right? You thought we got another dog. Exactly. That's how hilarious her transformation is. It's like the funniest thing. The first time she got groomed, like when she was a puppy, I didn't get her groomed for a long time because the people I bought her from were like, don't shave this kind of dog. You know, she has the kind of fur you're not supposed to shave, which apparently is a myth. I don't know. So I never did it, but she got so mad at it. I'm like, oh my God, I have to shave her. So when she was like 9 months old, I went and I shaved her off, and I went to pick her up, and I was like, that's not my dog. And I like didn't believe it was my dog. I was like, are you sure you didn't swap dogs on accident? Like, give me back my child. So my husband and I always are so amused when we bring her back from the groomers because she's so different. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. This is so fun. I will see you guys in the group. For those of you who are feeling called to working together and you want to maybe just do a discovery session and see how I can support you in your business, then message me and we'll set that up. I'm offering intuitive strategy sessions. I feel really called to offer a few this week even. So if you're wanting support in, like, you know, this is a lot. It's a lot to navigate on your own. Love you, babe. You just made my day. Thank you so much. Oh my God, I love you too. I'm so happy. Message me updates too, Mags. Don't be a stranger. Wink, wink. Share with me anything you need help and support on. But yeah, any of you who aren't working with me, so that's for Mags, we are working together. Any of you who aren't working with me, but you're wanting support on all of this, because this is a lot, you know, we're not taught this. So navigating this can be really daunting by yourself as you're trying to learn the difference between these two energies and how to really lead and manifest from the feminine. If you're craving that and you're wanting to be held in that process, message me and we will chat and see if maybe we might be a fit for working together, and I'll offer you an intuitive strategy session. How's that sound? So yeah, let me know if you're interested in that. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. Mwah. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you guys soon. Ta-ta.